Hello everyone, welcome back. Today, we're going to follow the events of episode 155. Previously, Wong Lin was ambushed by 3 cultivators who wanted to steal his immortal technique. However, in a moment of unconscious reaction, he unleashed Roaring Wind, easily annihilating all 3 of them. Afterward, Wong Lin absorbed their primordial spirits to recover his strength. He then used a hand seal to shrink the treasure pavilion and carried it away with him. Before leaving, he carefully set up numerous restrictions around the area before entering the void, together with Yuan. Now, in episode 155. After completing the sealing of the fragment of the continent, Yuan revealed that he had placed more than 100,000 restrictions. These restrictions were powerful enough to stop most cultivators. Only experts from the 4 great clans would have a chance of breaking through them. Wong Lin felt that he had already accomplished his main objectives in the Thunder Immortal realm, so he decided to leave as quickly as possible. He deliberately avoided the area where powerful immortal force fluctuations were appearing. Deep inside, Wong Lin still felt uneasy about the 5-colored vortex he had encountered before. More importantly, obtaining the treasure pavilion was an extremely serious matter. Once the 4 great clans discovered that Wong Lin had taken it, they would undoubtedly launch a massive pursuit against him. Therefore, Wong Lin kept the existence of the treasure pavilion completely secret. Even Yuan had no idea that Wong Lin had already taken it. The 2 of them then activated the Thunder Cauldron and began traveling toward the Great Gate at the far western end of the Thunder Immortal realm. Meanwhile, something strange was happening across the entire realm. On the eastern, western, southern, and northern fragments of the continent, ancient formations suddenly appeared. These formations radiated extremely dense immortal energy, attracting countless cultivators as well as powerful formation experts. Among them were Shen Gonghu and Zan Konglai. Both immediately realized that something was wrong. The formations had appeared after remaining silent for many months. Their sudden activation was clearly not a coincidence. After the formations were finally broken, mysterious passages appeared one after another. However, the cultivators who entered these passages soon encountered a terrifying disaster. Red light suddenly erupted. 5 colored vortexes appeared without warning. Cultivators caught inside the vortexes began exploding one after another. Their bodies were destroyed, their primordial spirits shattered, and even the passages themselves collapsed. The same tragedy occurred in all 4 directions. The entire Thunder Immortal realm descended into chaos and slaughter. When all 4 ancient formations were finally broken, an enormous amount of immortal energy suddenly erupted and spread throughout the entire realm. At the same time, ancient sealing marks appeared on 9 fragments of the continent. One of those seals suddenly collapsed from the inside. A terrifying aura far beyond the Nirvana Scryer realm burst out. But what emerged from the ancient seal was not a complete person. It was only a severed arm. A severed arm that had been sealed for countless years. After breaking free, the arm immediately flew toward the center of the Thunder Immortal realm. And that was only the beginning. Soon, the remaining sealed body parts from the ancient era began breaking free one after another. 2 arms, 2 legs, and a skull. All of them rapidly flew toward the center of the Thunder Immortal realm. Along the way, they continuously devoured the primordial spirits of cultivators, using them to restore their strength. The skull was especially terrifying. It possessed only a single remaining eye, yet that eye was filled with unimaginable savagery. Any cultivator who encountered it was immediately swallowed alive. Eventually, 8 pieces of the ancient body merged together. A terrifying silver-haired monster appeared. It had only 1 eye, yet the aura radiating from its body was already far beyond the Nirvana Scryer realm. The monster remembered what had happened in ancient times. He had once been sealed by Qing Shui Immortal Lord. He believed that Qing Shui Immortal Lord had been unwilling to kill him, which was why the sealing formation had also been left with a method for him to recover. After escaping from the seal, the silver-haired monster immediately destroyed the final fragment of the continent and retrieved the right eye that had been sealed inside. However, his cultivation had only recovered to roughly 10% of its original level. Therefore, he made a decision. He would devour the cultivators inside the Thunder Immortal realm and rapidly restore his immortal origin. Meanwhile, Wong Lin and Yuan were desperately making their way toward the Great Gate. During their journey, Wong Lin encountered a severed red arm. The arm possessed terrifying power. It easily absorbed lightning and destroyed Wong Lin's magic treasures. Wong Lin was forced to use his extreme realm and the beast bone to drive it back. Then he witnessed the severed arm devouring the primordial spirits of several cultivators to heal itself. At that moment, Wong Lin became even more certain that an enormous catastrophe was unfolding inside the Thunder Immortal realm. He immediately decided that leaving was the only correct choice. However, when Wong Lin and the other cultivators finally approached the Great Gate, the silver-haired monster appeared in front of it. He coldly declared that no one would be allowed to leave the Thunder Immortal realm. Then the slaughter began. He killed cultivators one after another, devouring their flesh, blood, and primordial spirits to replenish his strength. Even cultivators at the Yin Void realm could barely resist him. The silver-haired monster then unleashed an immortal technique called Transformation of Avatars. His body split into 32 figures. 32 terrifying incarnations surrounded the area around the Great Gate. Every cultivator desperately trying to escape was slaughtered and devoured. The gate of the immortal realm was rapidly shrinking. Countless cultivators became completely desperate. They knew that once the gate disappeared, everyone remaining inside would be trapped in the Thunder Immortal realm, and they would become nothing more than prey for the silver-haired monster. As the monster continued devouring primordial spirits and flesh, his strength grew stronger and stronger. Even more cultivators rushed toward the shrinking gate. At that moment, Zan Kong Lai, Tang Yan Feng, Shen Gong Hu, and numerous Yin Void and Yang Solid cultivators simultaneously attacked. They had no choice but to fight. Their only hope was to stop the silver-haired monster from closing the gate. But the monster was simply too powerful. A crimson protective barrier appeared around his body. Every divine ability and magic treasure that struck the barrier was completely blocked. The terrifying rebound force even caused the powerful cultivators to suffer serious injuries. During the battle, the silver-haired monster suddenly sensed something unusual. Dao fusion with heaven and earth. Someone was using the method of merging with heaven and earth to escape. That person was Wong Lin. At this critical moment, Wong Lin made a dangerous decision. He would bring Li Yuan out with him. After numerous attempts, Wong Lin finally entered a complete state of fusion with heaven and earth. He grabbed Li Yuan and traveled through the void. In the blink of an eye, the two appeared only about 50 meters away from the Great Gate. Wong Lin immediately pushed Li Yuan toward the gate and used his own origin energy to accelerate him. The silver-haired monster noticed them and immediately gave chase. Wong Lin had no choice but to unleash all of his origin energy. He created a massive explosion to block the monster's pursuit. Thanks to Wong Lin's desperate effort, Li Yuan finally regained consciousness. He activated the Thunder Cauldron. The light from the Great Gate enveloped his body. Li Yuan successfully escaped the Thunder Immortal realm. But Wong Lin was not so fortunate. Just as he prepared to activate his own Thunder Cauldron, the silver-haired monster gave a single command. Close the gate. The Great Gate, which had already shrunk to the size of a fist, instantly disappeared. Wong Lin was trapped inside. The silver-haired monster quickly caught up with him. He recognized Wong Lin as the mysterious cultivator who had attracted his attention before. And this time, he decided to kill Wong Lin personally. All of Wong Lin's escape routes were sealed. Even teleportation was impossible. In this critical moment, Wong Lin had no other choice. He unleashed the immortal technique. Roaring Wind. A terrifying black wind erupted from his hand and rapidly spread across the heavens and earth. Wong Lin stood inside the black storm. His long hair fluttered wildly. His expression became cold and murderous. At this moment, he no longer looked like an ordinary immortal cultivator. He looked like a terrifying demon lord. The black wind transformed into a gigantic black dragon. The dragon opened its mouth and roared toward the silver-haired monster. And with that, the most terrifying battle in the Thunder Immortal realm officially began. The silver-haired monster pushed Wong Lin to his absolute limit. Wong Lin was forced to unleash one powerful technique after another. When Roaring Wind appeared, the terrifying black wind possessed enough power to extinguish the spiritual flames of all things. For the first time, the silver-haired monster showed genuine surprise. He immediately recognized the technique. Roaring Wind. This was the legendary technique of Immortal Emperor Bai Fan. The silver-haired monster could not help but question Wong Lin's identity. What was Wong Lin's relationship with Immortal Emperor Bai Fan? But Wong Lin gave him no answer. He immediately controlled the black wind and launched an attack. The silver-haired monster responded by using a technique called Rift. A gigantic spatial crack suddenly appeared in front of him and shot toward Wong Lin. The two forces collided violently. The black wind was torn apart. Wong Lin was blasted backward. However, he immediately reacted. He released a strange red bolt of lightning. The spatial crack was suddenly restrained and collapsed. The silver-haired monster noticed the red lightning and immediately chased after it. His speed was terrifying. In an instant, he caught the lightning and carefully examined it. Then he disappeared again. When he reappeared, he was already behind Wong Lin. Wong Lin immediately counterattacked. He spat out a mass of sand. The sand rapidly expanded and transformed into a massive seal. With a single gesture, Wong Lin slammed the seal toward the silver-haired monster. But the monster simply grabbed the air with one hand. The massive seal was forcibly stopped. Wong Lin immediately used another technique. The beast bone mark on the back of his hand began to move. A gigantic beast skeleton emerged. Its eyes glowed with a sinister light. Its 4 sharp fangs radiated intense killing intent. The beast skeleton charged directly toward the silver-haired monster. Carefree mother and child withered bones. The silver-haired monster was visibly shocked. Gray energy spread from beneath his feet and rapidly covered his body. But the monster merely laughed coldly. He took one step forward. A series of explosive sounds erupted from his body. The gray energy shattered. The silver-haired monster looked at Wong Lin with murderous interest. "You're quite an interesting little cultivator." Then he charged forward. Wong Lin immediately retreated. He pulled out his immortal sword and swung it backward. /Luo technique. In an instant, the surrounding space seemed to disappear. Only a terrifying sword light remained. The sword split the space behind Wong Lin into two. The silver-haired monster's expression changed again. He recognized the technique. The sword technique of the martial immortal sword. But even this powerful attack was destroyed with a single strike from the silver-haired monster. Wong Lin's expression became extremely grim. He understood that fighting this monster head-on was almost impossible. The difference in strength was simply too great. At this moment, Wong Lin took out half of his blood body. He began absorbing the enormous amount of origin energy contained within it. The energy surged into his body like a raging ocean. His body began trembling violently. He was already approaching his physical limit. But Wong Lin refused to stop. He needed more power. Much more. Finally, he unleashed roaring wind again. This time, the black wind was several times stronger than before. The entire sky seemed to be filled with darkness. The black storm transformed into enormous black dragons. 2 black dragons appeared first. They surrounded the silver-haired monster and continuously spewed terrifying dark wind. The silver-haired monster's body trembled slightly under the pressure. But his murderous intent became even stronger. Wong Lin knew that it still wasn't enough. He continued absorbing the origin energy from the blood body. The blood body rapidly weakened. At the same time, Wong Lin's body began making explosive sounds. His body was almost unable to withstand the enormous amount of energy. But he continued. More black wind erupted from every pore of his body. A 3rd black dragon appeared. 3 terrifying black dragons surrounded the silver-haired monster from all directions. No matter how the monster tried to evade them, the 3 dragons continued to pursue and trap him. Wong Lin's eyes flashed with cold killing intent. He knew this was his chance. He threw the half-depleted blood body directly toward the silver-haired monster. When it reached the monster, Wong Lin shouted, "Explode!" A brilliant red light erupted. The origin energy inside the blood body instantly collapsed. Then, boom! The blood body exploded. The terrifying explosion destroyed all 3 black dragons. The surrounding space shook violently. Cracks began appearing throughout the void. Some areas of space even showed signs of complete collapse. Wong Lin immediately retreated. He put away his magic treasures and once again attempted to merge with heaven and earth. The battle had been extremely short. But its intensity was beyond imagination. Especially the final combination of 3 black dragons and the self-detonation of the blood body. It had pushed the battle to its absolute peak. The surrounding cultivators were completely stunned. They could hardly believe what they had just witnessed. Shen Gonghu stared at Wong Lin with excitement and admiration. Zhan Kanlai was equally shocked. But Tang Yanfeng was completely different. His face turned pale. He stared at Wong Lin with fear. The power of roaring wind had far exceeded his expectations. He could not help thinking about what might have happened if he had fought Wong Lin back then. He was secretly grateful that he had never made that decision. Otherwise, he might have already died beneath Wong Lin's black wind. Wong Lin had become far too powerful. He knew that staying here any longer would be extremely dangerous. So he once again activated Dao fusion with heaven and earth. Ripples appeared beneath his feet. His body slowly began dissolving into the void. He was about to completely disappear. But suddenly, Wong Lin's body stopped. Something had grabbed him. He could no longer completely merge into heaven and earth. His body slowly became solid again. Then an ancient voice echoed directly inside his mind. Little fellow, you are destined to meet this old man. Do not leave yet. I cannot send a clone here at the moment, so I will borrow your body for a while. Wong Lin immediately recognized the voice. It was the mysterious old man who had appeared before. The same mysterious existence who had previously taken away his thunder beast. A strange force suddenly emerged from the void. Only Wong Lin could sense it. The force instantly severed the connection between Wong Lin's primordial spirit and his physical body. Wong Lin's primordial spirit was forcibly suppressed inside his body. At the same time, another strange primordial spirit began forming. It rapidly condensed inside Wong Lin's body. And its appearance was exactly the same as the mysterious old man. In the blink of an eye, the old man completely took control of Wong Lin's body. Everything about Wong Lin changed. An extremely powerful pressure erupted from his body. His aura was no longer the same. Wong Lin could only watch from inside his own body, like an outsider observing someone else control his physical form. The mysterious old man stepped forward. He slowly twisted his body and moved his arms and shoulders, as if he were testing and adapting to this new body. At this moment, everyone present realized something terrifying. The person standing before them was no longer the Wong Lin they knew. The mysterious old man had taken control of his body. And his true strength remained completely unknown. The battle that had already pushed Wong Lin to his absolute limit had suddenly taken an unexpected turn. Because the silver-haired monster was no longer facing Wong Lin alone. He was about to face a mysterious ancient existence whose true cultivation even Wong Lin himself could not comprehend. And that is where episode 155 comes to an end. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode and want to follow the latest developments in Wong Lin's journey, make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and stay tuned for the next episode. We'll see you in episode 156.